Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in with another episode of the Single and Ready series. Now, understand it's going to be a lot of different series, so it's going to be something for you here. So, share this with somebody who's single and ready if this doesn't apply to you. Now, this is what I want you to think about. These red flags, what you have to realize is that there are so many that it's way too many to list. So, you have to be very sensitive to your spirit, not sensitive to the person, meaning saying everything that come to mind and voicing everything that you think, but sensitive to your spirit, to where you're really paying attention to the signs so that you can see the red flags, because this is what people miss often when you get into this new relationship. So I just did the video on the first 3 months, but if you go past that 3 months and you get into that 6 month, 9 month, 1 year, you really have to be paying attention. So think about this. Now, one of the red flags you're going to see is if somebody is spoiled by their parents, like a mama's boy, a daddy's girl, and their parent is super controlling, super in their life, in the sense of just dictating their every step. That's a red flag that's going to cause problems. And if this person isn't ready to sever, not like cut their parent off forever, but cut that umbilical cord and kind of get a little distance as an adult to where they can make some decisions without their parent telling them everything to do, that could hinder a relationship from growing. Now, for those of you 25 and under, make sure you click the link in the description so you could be in the class this Saturday. And think about this. Another red flag that you will see is inconsistency in their story. So you're supposed to be listening very intently. If they say one number today and next week they say another number about what they make or this, whatever it is, what age they did this, pay attention to those inconsistencies, because if you have a liar on your hands, it's going to be extremely hard to build with a liar. That inconsistency. Another red flag that you want to look at is attention, meaning their attention span, how attentive they are, in the sense of, is this person really active in the relationship? Like, are they calling? Is the man calling daily? Is the woman available, and or calling back if she's not available? Is the person really invested in the relationship, in the development of the relationship? And so think about this. Now, as you continue to progress, you want to pay attention to the emotional intelligence of this person. So, does this person fly off the handle? Do they yell? Do they scream? Do they curse at you? Do they curse at others? Pay attention to their emotional intelligence, because if you see this within the first 6 months, this is a huge red flag if this person cannot control his or her emotions. So think about that. Now, calling you out of your name, belittling you, talking down to you, saying stuff that hurts your feelings, that makes you feel insecure, like self-aware in a negative way, that's all a red flag. When someone is kind of dangling bait in your face, like trying to throw money at you, trying to throw sex at you, trying to, just show off or show things, trying to bait you in with their body, with their money, with their connections, with their status, with their title, that's a red flag. So you paying attention to these things, because here's what you're looking for. You're looking for someone who is authentic. Someone who is authentic and genuine, with the good, the bad, and the ugly. And with the bad and the ugly, it's more so things that happen to them, not things that they're doing to others. And they handle it, they process it, they learn from it, they grow from it. That's what you're paying attention to. Another red flag is habits, addictions, not habits, addictions and habits. But does this person have an addiction to anything that does not make their life better? An addiction to reading, that's going to make your life better unless you're neglecting all your responsibilities. An addiction to working out can make your life better unless you're neglecting your responsibilities. But think about smoking, drinking, nasty movies, self-stimulation, all of this different stuff that can turn into something that gets out of control. Gambling, cursing, whatever it may be, overspending, misbudgeting. Pay attention to habits and to addictions. You got to look at that. Another red flag is the friend group. You want to look at the friend group. If their friends are thoughts, that's a red flag, because birds of a feather flock together. It's a lot of people that try to convince you, oh no, that's not true. Birds of a feather flock together. When have you ever seen an eagle with a turkey? Birds of a feather flock together. So if this person hang with all thoughts, they are thought in the making, if they're not already a thought. If this person hang with all dope boys, all criminals, they a criminal or they in the making. So you got to pay attention to who they, and I ain't talking about just get up with every now and then. They just happen to, step out with this person or this group, once a month, and it's just because of mutual connection. I'm talking about they real day ones, like they're close friends that they talk to, confide in, really spend time with on in a real way, or be one-on-one with. That's what I'm talking about. And so you paying attention to these red flags. Now I threw some out there. It's a whole lot more. But you have to, I'm doing this off the top of my head, so of course I'm leaving some out. But you gotta be able to really just listen to your heart, your spirit. And when I say your heart, I'm not talking about the deception of your heart, because you are, like the Bible talk about, because you desperate or because you frustrated or because you lonely. I'm talking about your intuition. I'm talking about your discernment. And these things are heightened and strengthened by getting knowledge. So you learning this stuff on videos, you taking courses, you're going to be in the Zoom class this Saturday for the 25 and under. You feeding your mind. So now, because you've heard knowledge, when you sense something is off, boop, it gets right to you. Somebody who has close, like best friends of the opposite sex, and those best friends are not, those best friends of the opposite sex don't date people of the same sex. So a man with women friends, and those women don't date women, those women date men, but his best friend is a woman, that's a red flag. And vice versa. Women always try to say, no, I got a guy that's my real friend. Again, that's a red flag, because a man is not a friend. A man to a woman, a heterosexual man to a woman, is waiting in the wings for the opportunity to pounce if he like women. If you know without a shadow of doubt this man will never sleep with you, if you're a woman listening to this, you know without a shadow of doubt this man will never sleep with you for no reason under any circumstance, that means he like men. If you don't know if he like men, then you don't know him, because I guarantee you, if you make it available, he finna pounce. And I have seen this happen countless times, and women coming back and eating their words. Tony, you was right. I thought he was just a platonic friend, and then boom, I had a moment of weakness. I'm talking about, my vulnerability, and he sprung it on me. He made a move, told me he been liking me for years. He tried me. And if it ain't happened yet, it's gonna happen. If he like women, it is going to happen. He gonna get out of line now. Trust me when I tell you. I'm a man. I know. That's why I do not have women friends. I have women who are clients. I have women who are colleagues. But I don't confide in no other woman but my wife. See, A friend is a confidant. So I'm not talking about, and a lot of people misconstrue this when I say friend. They think the person they text once a week is a friend, or the person that they say happy birthday, Merry Christmas to is a friend. The person that they know the people parent is a friend. No, a friend is a confidant. A friend is someone you cry to. A friend is someone you confide in. A friend is someone you tell your fears, your hopes, your dreams, your next moves. That's a friend. So me as a man, I don't have any women friend because I understand feelings. So that even if I'm able to shut off my feelings for her, I don't truly know if she can shut off her feelings for me because I'm not in her brain. I can assume that she has shut off feelings for me in that way, in a romantic way or a sexual way, but I don't know that. So I'm not going to play with it. I'm going to keep every woman at arm's distance. It's going to be business talk only. It's going to be platonic. It's not going to be hopes, fears, dreams, all of that. It ain't going there. And here's the thing. This woman could be the complete total opposite of what I'm attracted to. But I could be what she's attracted to. Or I could be the complete total opposite of what she's attracted to, but she could be what I'm attracted to. So if I'm in a relationship and I'm friends with this woman, that is extremely dangerous. And so what happens is a lot of people very serious about their friends. Now, when you get in a relationship, even if this your friend, they need to be reduced to a colleague, to an associate, not a best friend, because you got to have room in your heart for your lover, for your spouse to be your confidant and your best friend, who you cry to, who you confide in, not this other person of the opposite sex. So pay attention to that. And now the same thing goes with their mama or with their daddy. If they too attached at the hip to their parent, you're going to have issues in that relationship. To their sibling, you're going to have issues in that relationship. If they can't understand that there needs to be a separation and there needs to be boundaries put in place from their baby mama, their baby daddy, their sister, their brother, their mother, their father, their best friend of the opposite sex who is not homosexual, but they are heterosexual. If they can't understand that boundaries need to be put in place, that there needs to be privacy in their relationship, that they cannot go run and tell that about everything they got going on to this other person who is outside of their relationship, that's a red flag. And when you recognize that and you call that out, if they're not willing to change that, if they don't actively change that, you got to go on about your business. That's another red flag. So listen, another red flag is the person, what I already said, but I'm going to go a little deeper, is the person putting you down. So when somebody comes and they make you feel like one of many, that's a red flag. When they make you feel like an option, not a priority, that's a red flag. When this person takes and they talk about your weight, make you feel bad about your body type, your looks, your ears, your nose, your teeth, and they make you feel insecure. They make you question yourself in a negative way. That is a red flag. This person is trying to break you down. This person is trying to put you beneath them so that you look up to him or her, and so that you work and strive for his or her approval. That's a red flag. So see, these are things you got to be paying attention to. Really got to be looking at this. And let me see if I can think of something else. And if you think of something that's legitimate, you can put it in the comments. Legitimate now. Don't put no random. If the person eat kale and you eat arugula, that's a red flag. No, put something legitimate in the comments now. Now, what I was about to say, religion. We talked about this earlier. It is a red flag. If you come into this relationship, you in this relationship, and this person has a foundational belief that they express to you that is the opposite of your foundational belief. So if this person says, I don't believe in having kids, I don't want to have kids, but maybe you can convince me. Red flag, got to go. Run. Your job is not to convince anybody to shake up their core or to change their foundation that their life stands on. If this person say, well, you a devout person of faith of your religion, but I don't know if I believe, I really don't believe, but maybe you can convert me. Red flag, got to run. This person says, listen, I'm not one of the type of people that believes in saving and having a savings account. Like, I will spend every dime today and I'll go make some more tomorrow. And if I become a vegetable, I will have written down my money earning plan that you can implement and earn money. If that's what the person say, and you do not believe that, you don't live like that, you believe in a savings, a emergency account, all this got to go. If this person says, well, I really don't believe in marriage, I feel like it's like a trick of the government to control us, and you want to be married, got to go. If this person say they don't believe in credit cards, and you believe in credit cards, got to go. Foundation. So foundation is family, their relationship with their family. If it is an unhealthy relationship that they have to where their family is too involved, too opinionated, or too toxic to where their family attacking you, don't like you, sabotaging your relationship, you got to go. Family, friends of the opposite sex who don't date their same sex. They date the sex that your partner is, and they too close for comfort. Other friends, meaning of the same sex, but these friends are toxic, or they misguided, they immature, they nasty, they live a illegal lifestyle or a nasty lifestyle, got to go. What we said, family, friends, faith. This person don't share your faith and you serious about your faith, you got to go. Finances. If this person does not believe about money the way you believe about money, you got to go. If they don't believe in having a joint account in marriage and you believe in having a joint account in marriage, you finna have a lot of problems in that relationship. Okay? And what else we said? Fitness. If you believe in being healthy, you want to eat right. It's not to say you can't eat Popeyes or Pizza Hut, but you're not going to eat that every day. If this person wants chicken McNugget from McDonald's every day, this is not your partner, because what's going to happen, you're going to be going two different ways. You want to crunch on you some kale and some bell peppers right out the bag. It ain't cooked. You a raw vegan or whatever you call it, and they want to go get some McNuggets from McDonald's. Y'all ain't gonna work. Because you're gonna have a child together, and your child gonna be eating McNuggets with kale. Your child gonna be on the treadmill eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich while they walking on the treadmill. It's just doing stuff backwards. It's not going. So that fitness matter. If you want to work out, they don't want to work out. Meaning they don't believe in working out at all. They're not going to work out regardless. It ain't gonna work. So you see all them right there is F's. If you go on Amazon.com and you type in Tony Gaskin, "Single is not a curse," you're gonna see that book. It's a little short read, probably 80 pages. And them F's is in there. Them 5 F's is in there, I think. And it might be a couple other F's in there. Okay? But I just created them 5 F's for that book, Single is Not a Curse. So those things right there are foundational beliefs. Those are the things you're going to build your life on. Family, friends, faith, finances, and fitness. Foundational, another F. The 5 F's of your foundation. I'm coming up with all kind of copywritten material over here. Hey, let me find you stealing it. I'm gonna have you right in court. You better quote me. Put it in your book. Quote me. Put it in your book. You quote me. Put my name in there. I'm fine with you. You run off on the plug with it like it's yours, I'm coming for you now. Believe that. So you see what I'm saying? These your foundational beliefs, and this what has to fit. If it's outside, we're gonna throw us another F in there. Friendliness. Okay? Because we was talking about that, but we didn't give it a name. This person has to be somebody that they want to see you smile. They want to see you happy. If this person is making you feel insecure and helpless and weak or confused, this is a bad fit. This is your enemy, not your ally. You got this is your opponent, not your teammate. They working for the devil. They're not sent by the Lord. The person for you gonna encourage you. I'm gonna tell you something. Right? That happened with my wife. And this between us. And for those of you who in the parents helping parents course, it's coming. We getting it all together. So be patient with us. My wife, she got a lot going on with the kids going back into school, so we getting the videos situated, but it's coming. So we hoping by next Tuesday it's ready. And so don't start acting a fool now. Okay, yeah, your life not dependent on this here course. So be patient with me. But let me tell you something about my wife. What happened? Let me tell you something about my wife. My wife, she could have, I thought I seen a little gnat or something in here. She could have, insecurities. She could have insecurities because of the way the world is. And like, the world don't want you to have no cellulite. The world show perfect bodies. The world don't want you to have no stomach. The world don't want you to have, no kind of meat on your bones. The world don't want you to have that. But the world wants you to have calves like you, that young lady, Shelly Ann Fraser Price, who run for Jamaica. The world wants you to have a stomach like Sha'Carri Richardson. The world wants you to have a chest, naturally yours. Like somebody out there, Pamela Lee Anderson, one of them people who was with Hugh Hefner in one of the bunnies. The world wants you to have your booty that's lifted, that's toned, that's nice, just naturally. That's what the world promote. And if you don't have those things, the world wants you to go get up under that knife, get put to sleep, and get doctored up instead of going to Dr. Jim, GYM now. Not Dr. JIM, Dr. GYM. The world don't want you to go to Dr. GYM, it wants you to go to Dr. JIM, or instead of Dr. Jesus. So my wife, after having 2 kids and just genetic predisposition, her genetic makeup is not one of very petite, slender makeup. You know those type of genetics from certain parts of the world, certain parts of Africa, that they literally could eat all day and they not really gaining weight. Like, they're not really gonna gain weight. Certain people genetics, certain women genetics, if they have a baby, whatever weight they put on in that baby, a month after they drop that baby out, they body back to normal or smaller than before. It's just certain genetics. My wife don't have those genetics, and she could feel insecure about that. If I was the type of man that was like, have you thought about a mommy makeover? Like, like getting a little surgery or whatever that the women doing today. Have you thought about that? Or like, into that right now. Or if I was the type of man that every morning I'm like, hey, are you going to work out today? Are you working out today? But I'm going to tell you what I do with my wife. With what she could be insecure about. Because we all could be insecure because we beat ourselves up. I'm going to tell you what I do with my wife. And this came natural. I ain't read this in no book. This came natural, but you know what it come from? It come from a genuine affection for her. It come from a genuine love for her. But what I do is she work out, and when she work out, I reinforce that. Oh, baby, you gotta work out in. Wow, okay, I love that. Now, I wish I had that in you, cause you love to work out. You know, that's if she in a working out season. But then she'll go to season where she don't work out. You know, for weeks at a time, and she live her life. You know, my wife last night. Midnight, we had a mac chicken and some french fries. Yeah, I'm telling you, we had a mac chicken and some french fries. But I'm not the type of man that's going to be like, because she cooked dinner, but we ate early, like 5 p.m., so we were hungry again and all the food was gone. So I had to go and hit McDonald's at 11:45 because we still was up talking. So yeah, okay, that's not the best thing. I know some of y'all raw vegan throwing up in your mouth. How can you be a life coach? I ain't say I was a health and wellness coach. I'm a relationship coach. I'm a business coach now. I'm not health and wellness. Get your health and wellness coach now. But me, I'm going to hit me some McDonald's now. I'm going to hit me some Popeye. We don't do it every day. But if I'm hungry, I'm finna do that. So guess what? I could be the type of man that say, you finna eat McDonald's at midnight? Are you kidding me? What do you want to be, a house? What do you want to be, this and that? I could be that. It's a lady the other day from my live that I did on What's Wrong with Relationship. The lady accused me of fat shaming because I was talking about men and women who got a body type, but they want somebody else that's half their size. She talking about I'm fat shaming. Oh, ma'am. I'm talking about somebody who wants something that they have not become. That is not fat shaming. It's like, okay, if you're not happy with your weight, say that. Don't be blaming. Don't be hollering about I'm fat shaming. I ain't making nobody feel bad about their body. I live with a woman whose body fluctuate. Every woman know that your hormones, your body, your age, your metabolism, all that gonna fluctuate in your weight as a woman. You could be up 10 pounds this month. You could be down 10 pounds the next month. You could be on a great run this month. Your hormones, something could happen and you could have a breakout. You could go through this, go through that. Women, y'all know the woman body. Guess what? If a man is there in your life and this man is, wow, why are you breaking out? Do you not wash your face? My goodness. I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't know you was going to be breaking out all the time like this. And then what's up with you? Like, hey, you know, have you thought about like your weight? Like, what are you gonna do about your weight? Because I've been noticing you kind of a little porky lately. It's men who say that and do that. That is a red flag. If somebody make you feel worse about yourself, let me tell you how my wife do me. I got hairy legs. And I be like, baby, man, I'm trying to think, should I shave my leg? Because my legs hairy. You know what my wife say? Instead of her saying, yeah, you know, I think it's a little sexy. Like you see more muscle definition in your calves and stuff. You know what my wife say? She say, no, I love your legs. I don't want no man whose legs smoother than mine. She's like, I love a man with hair on his legs. That's what she say to me. When I'm looking rough, ain't got no hairline, she'll say, baby, you look fine. She's like, you look totally fine. She'll get a little chuckle in. Baby, you look fine. Don't worry about it. Just, baby, you ought to just go bald. You ought to just, and she'll joke around with me. She don't say, yeah, you probably should go up to the, you probably should go to the barber and, you know, get your hair cut, get your hairline sprayed on. You probably ought to do that. She don't do that. She be like, no, just, man, rock out. Like, you know, shave it off. Like, go bald. She'll support. When I got my little gut on me and I ain't liking how my stomach is, she's like, baby, you look totally fine. Like, you look totally fine. You do not look bad. Like, I'm trying to tell you, you don't look bad. Where she could say, yeah, you packing on the pounds. You know we got a gym upstairs. You might want to go in there. She could do that. And see, this what I'm telling you, that you really have to be mindful of, because what I'm seeing is mind manipulation in relationships. I'm seeing mind manipulation where the woman is manipulating the man or the man is manipulating the woman, and they do it different ways. It's different tactics from a male to a female on how you manipulate the mind. And so when you feel unsure about yourself because of your partner, when you feel insecure about yourself, when you are questioning yourself in a negative way because of the person that you dating, that is a red flag and you got to run. Hey, this Tony Gaskin, God bless you. Listen back to this again. Get this in your spirit. Don't take offense to anything. I'm talking off the top of my head. If something step on your toes, something offend you, sit with it. Sit with it. Look at it from 3 different angles and understand that everything I say and do is out of love. Nothing is meant to offend. So understand the heart of the message instead of being in your feelings because something stepped on your toes and just you having a reaction. Look at it a few different angles and get it in your spirit. It's Tony Gaskin. God bless you. We'll talk soon.